takes is a spark to ignite my bad intentions and do what I do best.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Code A semifinals. Code A semifinals. So far, if you're just joining us, you missed two very short games. GanZI just kind of
steamrolled TaeJa a couple games in a row, and just with some really clever builds and some really solid, crisp play.
Yeah, very crisp. Everything was... I mean, these guys are teammates. It's like he knew what was coming before it happened. Then the Reaper told him everything, so he was able to just react. You know, he didn't need to worry about Banshees yet, so he was just like, well, I'm going to make some Hellions. Everything was fine. He'd get that command start, move it down, because he knows exactly what's going on. He lifted his barracks and scouted where the Hellions were at all times, defended the drop beautifully.
All around awesome. We're going to find out in just a moment on Crossfire if GanZI can take it home 3-0, or is TaeJa going to get back into this? It's so slick with the faces crossing.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. I love that intro.
All right, here is our red Terran. He's been red every game so far. He's won every game so far. Is he going to win the third game because he's red again? He is.
Slayer's Kanji.
I'm a fan of color theory, although they actually picked the colors. I think they did it intentionally.
I think you read too much into that, man.
Ah! Oh, you pointed out my flaw. It makes me blue. Like
Slayer's TaeJa.
Yeah, Slayer's TaeJa's feeling a little bit blue after losing 2 games in a row, man.
Yeah, man. That's an interesting spot for... Wait a second. Is that... Oh, my... That is GanZI's depot in TaeJa's base.
Well, this is the best way to proxy, okay? Remember, guys, you can't build a barracks without a supply depot. Now, in StarCraft 1, you could, so maybe GanZI forgot this, and halfway to TaeJa's base, he was like, oh, well, now I should build my supply depot there, too.
Why not just build his depot in his base, though?
I don't know, man.
You know why?
Cool
you know
way.
why? Because he can put a Marine behind that depot if SCVs come to kill it.
That's so smart. Look at that positioning on that depot.
Oh.
If you look at that depot, you can see there's a little area behind where a Marine can actually stand. There is enough area there. I'm just looking at it right now.
Yeah,
I'm like zoomed in on it.
because the SCV was behind it after it built it.
Yeah.
I think, or part when it was building it. So yeah, if the SCVs like come to attack, he can like have like a pseudo bunker there.
Yeah, and he's
by putting a couple Marines behind that.
He's gonna actually make a tech lab, which is gonna make the surface area of the supply depot itself even smaller. Now he's going to be doing basically a Reaper all in here, and he's gonna slowly bunker his way over that. Now this is actually really creative. It's gonna be the last thing TaeJa expects here.
Oh my gosh!
This is so interesting.
I have no idea how this is gonna play out either, because TaeJa. And you know what? TaeJa has had a late scout every single game, too, and GanZI is actually going to... Oh, my gosh, he saw it! He went to build a depot! Oh, my gosh, Marauder is exactly...
Well, I don't know. The Marauder actually could end up hurting him just a little bit, but he's not reacting immediately. He's going to want to make his own bunker immediately.
Yeah,
very interesting. Okay, here comes the Marauder now. Now he's going to start leapfrogging his own bunkers closer as he continues to produce Marauders, getting concussive shells now as well here.
Wow, and he's just going to be able to run back to that bunker. Concussive shells. So Hellions are going to be able to do very, very little.
SCV remains alive with 2 hit points.
Oh, that SCV is so close to death.
Now the second Marauder is out.
Kill it. Can kill it? Yes.
Now, if he slows down this bunker, it's going to be pretty bad. Now, the problem is Marauders just kill structures so quickly, it's going to be very difficult to get a bunker up. And now, with concussive shells finished, this is going to be almost impossible for TaeJa.
And he has only that factory, so if he builds Hellions, the concussive shells will own the Hellions as well. GanZI is just going to micro his way to victory here with Marauders.
This is crazy.
This is absolutely insane.
I've never seen anything like this since the beta, man.
Oh my goodness.
And look at this. The SCV is all getting very low on hit points. They're not even mining right now. And look at how many of these are being taken out.
Wow. And they can't even escape with the concussive shells of 3 Marauders.
They're repairing each other.
GanZI is about to 3-0 his opponent in spectacular fashion. This is absolutely crazy. Hellion coming out, trying to get some damage on those Marauders, hoping the SCVs can tank, but it's just not going to happen. He's losing so much.
Yeah, this is going to be it, man. That depot's about to fall. He's brought a second SCV to finish that bunker. GG! GanZI 3-0s his teammate, Slayer's TaeJa, in the craziest games I may have ever casted, man.
Wow. Best of 5 Terran versus Terran, 2.5 hours. No, 32 minutes and 20 seconds, actually.
That's actually it. That's like exactly it, man.
Well, I guess 30.
Well, yeah,
It's been 37 minutes, but that's including a 5-minute break. So
yeah.
what the heck? And some downtime between. That means it was like 25 minutes of gameplay, basically.
Yeah. GanZI he wasn't messing around. He had no time to lose, man. He's like, oh, sorry, guys. I got a date later tonight, so I thought maybe the first game I would, just make things work. I'd play really safe. In the second game, I'd play even safer and even more aggressive. And then in the third game, he was like, well, I guess. Well, the first game, he played really aggressive and took a risk, but it was kind of safe, and he did everything so smart. And the second game, he was like, well, instead of being smart, I'm just going to be safe. And then the third game, he was like, I'll just be quick and deadly. I'm just going to proxy Marauders. I'm going to proxy a supply depot on my opponent's base. That's what I'm going to do.
And he had that planned, too. I mean, you could tell that was a planned build.
Yeah.
That wasn't just like, oh, I'm up 2 games. Let me see if I can cheese. That was like, I spent all last night practicing Marauder rushes.
His micro was incredible. His timing was excellent. Now, he had continued to mine gas, so he could have made a factory, could have done anything. And even while TaeJa was microing those Marauders around, he wasn't mining with those SCVs, so it was
exactly.
He was so behind just even from the start, even if he had somehow managed to push everything back.
And, I mean, it's really kind of a clever thing, too, if you think about it. What are Terrans doing on Slayers these days? They're going straight to mech. They're skipping bio. They're going 1 racks, a couple Marines.
Sometimes gas first.
Into factory. Often gas first. And what's good against Hellions? Marauders?
Yeah, man. What's good against Marines? Marauders?
What's
good against retreating units?
Yeah.
Concussive shells?
Marauders are good against few Marines if they've teched so fast they don't have any Marines yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and against buildings as well, against bunkers.
Yeah, exactly.
Marauders, so
if
good.
that bunker had finished, TaeJa would have been in an okay spot. He would have been in an okay spot.
Yeah.
He still would have been in a tough one. But it's that bunker's never going to finish against Marauders, man. This is never going to happen.
Yeah.
They can kill it so fast.
Exactly.
Once the third Marauder was out, the game was basically over. The third one comes out, I'm sorry.
And concussive shells just to, drive home the point. He's like, no, your SCVs actually can't get away anymore.
They can't chase and they can't get away. It's, not even fair.
That was just...
always, trying.
That was just brutal, man. And, we were both talking about how if it went to a later game, the multitasking of GanZI would be a little bit less than TaeJa, and it never really went to a later game, so GanZI...
He may have known that, his own weakness there.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Wow, and it's a little bit unfortunate, I think, because I think that Lennox probably going to beat Marine King, and I think TaeJa would have had a better chance against Lennox.
Yeah, I think you're...
I don't know.
Well, that's an interesting
But then
idea,
again, I thought TaeJa was going to beat GanZI, and that didn't happen, so you never know.
And they actually just both walked by us, TaeJa and GanZI, being very friendly to one another.
Yeah, I mean, they're on the same team.
Yep, obviously, there's no hard feelings there. Yeah.
They're both in the up-and-down matches. So
we're going to take another 5-minute break. So
right.
see you guys in 5.
GanZI's going to beat TaeJa again. We'll be back after that.